are also attending this event.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends from the press, good morning. Welcome to the press conference of the CPC Central Committee. This year marks the centenary of the founding of the Communist Party of China. Over the past century, the CPC has stayed committed to its founding mission of seeking happiness for the Chinese people and rejuvenation for the Chinese nation. It has rallied the Chinese people in a tenacious struggle for development and accomplished great achievements that are recognized by the whole world. China's development has not only enabled a better life for the Chinese people, but also contributed to the well-being of the world and the lofty cause of peace and development for humanity. Celebrating the centenary of the founding of the CPC is a major event in the political life of our party and the country. It is followed closely by people home and abroad. To mark this anniversary, the CPC Central Committee will organize a series of celebration activities. In our press conference today, leading officials from the relevant departments will brief you about the planned celebration activities and also answer your questions. We have with us today Mr. Wang Xiaohui, Deputy Minister of the Publicity Department of the CPC Central Committee. Mr. Fu Xingguo, Vice Minister of the Organization Department of the CPC Central Committee. Mr. Hu Heping, Vice Minister of the Publicity Department of the CPC Central Committee and Minister of Culture and Tourism. Mr. Qu Qingshan, Director of the Institute of Party History and Literature of the CPC Central Committee. Major General Li Jun, Assistant Director of the Political Work Department of the Central Military Commission. To facilitate the reporting of our foreign journalists, simultaneous interpretation will be provided during the press conference. If you would like to ask your question in English, the question part will be consecutively translated into Chinese. I will give the floor to our first speaker, Mr. Wang Xiaohui. Friends from the press, good morning. It gives me great pleasure to brief you about the planned celebration activities for the CPC's centenary anniversary. The CPC has traversed a glorious journey in the past century, growing from a small party with only some 50 members to the world's largest Marxist governing party with over 91 million party members. 100 years ago, the CPC was born against the backdrop of domestic turmoil and foreign aggression. In the past 100 years since, the party has grown bigger and stronger by overcoming various setbacks and hardships. The party has rallied the Chinese people in exploring a great path and achieving great accomplishments, creating a great miracle in the history of the Chinese nation and the history of human progress. President Xi Jinping has stated on numerous occasions that no matter how far we have traversed on this journey, we should never forget our original purpose and founding mission.
百年华诞之际，举行庆祝活动。
As the CPC enters its centenary,
风雨同舟，生死与共。
we will hold this grand celebration for the purpose of reviewing the journey the party has traveled together with the people and review the valuable experience the party has gained over the past century, and also the historical achievements made in various undertakings of the party in the country under the strong leadership of the CPC Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core. It will rally the whole country, the armed forces, and all Chinese people of various ethnic groups even more closely around the CPC Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core, and make pioneering and relenting efforts towards fully building a modern socialist country and realizing the Chinese dream of great national renewal. According to the plan approved by the Central Committee, the celebrations will include the following main activities. First, Party History Learning and Education Campaign. To consolidate the outcomes of the Staying True to the Party's Founding Mission education campaign, Party History Learning and Education will be conducted among all party members. The Party History Learning Education campaign will run through the year of 2021 with the goal of learning theories, strengthening confidence, upholding moral principles, and improving conduct. All party members will be urged to study the party's history, understand its theories, do practical work, and make new advances. Second, Commemoration Conference. A conference marking the centenary of the CPC will be held by the Party Central Committee. General Secretary of the CPC Central Committee, President of the People's Republic of China, and Chairman of the Central Military Commission, Xi Jinping, will deliver an important speech at the conference. Third, July 1st medal and the honorary title of outstanding party members, outstanding party workers, and advanced primary level party organizations. July 1st medals will be presented by the Central Committee to party members who have made outstanding contribution and created valuable spiritual wealth for the party. General Secretary, President, and Chairman Xi Jinping will issue the certificate and present the medals to the honorees. We will also honor national outstanding party members, national outstanding party workers, and national advanced primary level party organizations. We will honor living party members who have held party membership for 50 years or longer and have consistently performed well in their roles with the Medal of Honor for 50-year party membership. We will also visit party members who have won honorary titles or medals in the party members with livelihood difficulties, veteran party members, retired party officials, families of martyrs, and families of party members who died in their line of duty. Fourth, exhibition on the theme of staying true to the party's founding mission. The exhibition aims to present the glorious journey of the party in the past century and the great accomplishments and valuable experience gained in this process. Fifth, gala performance. A gala performance celebrating the centenary of the founding of the CPC will be held. We will invite party and state leaders, representatives of the honorees, primary level party members, and members of the public to attend the gala performance. Sixth, seminars and discussions. The Publicity Department of the Central Committee will work together with the Organization Department of the Central Committee, Central Party School, the Institute of Party History and Literature of the Central Committee, and other relevant departments to hold theoretical seminar marking the centenary of the CPC. The Organization Department of the CPC Central Committee will host a discussion session on the theme of the centenary of the party to be attended by outstanding party members, outstanding party workers, and advanced primary level party organizations. There's also going to be a discussion meeting among veteran party members and retired party officials, and a seminar, Historic Experience of Party Building. The Unified Work Department of the Central Committee will work with other political parties, persons without party affiliation, and all China Federation of industry and commerce to host a discussion to be attended by people representing all walks of life. Seventh, cultural works and publications will produce documentaries and special programs on the theme of the glorious journey, great achievements, and valuable experience of the party in the past 100 years, and role models in different historical periods. We will create and promote a group of theater, music, dance, movie, TV series, and other cultural works with high artistic and theoretical values. We will launch a group of key publications on party history and articles on party theories, and promote key publications such as the Communist Party of China in 100 years. We will also issue commemorative stamps, envelopes, and coins on the theme of the party's centenary. Eighth, public education campaign on the theme of always follow the party. Various localities, especially those with special significance in the party's history, will, according to the arrangement of the Party Central Committee and in light of their actual conditions, organize celebration activities on the theme of major events and activities in the party's history and key historical sites. According to the requirements of the Party Central Committee, the various celebration activities must strictly follow the provisions of the 8-point decision on improving party and government conduct and its implementation rules, as well as the requirements of COVID-19 containment to create a warm atmosphere while avoiding extravagance and ensuring safety. Thank you.
谢谢王晓辉先生。
Thank you,
下
Mr.
面进入答问环节，
The floor is now open for
请
questions.
记者朋友们提问。
Please raise
提
your
问前
questions.，
请通报一下所在的
Please
新
identify
闻机
your
构。
media affiliation before
请提问。
asking your question.
我们请中区第2排这位女士。
中央广播电视总台央视记者。
With
那么近年来，
CCTV,
我们也举办了多次的这
There
个
have
重
been
大
several
的
major
庆祝活动。
celebration
那么，
events
比
in
如
the
说
last
改革
few
开放
years,
40周年，还有
such as
庆
the
祝
one on
中
the
华人民
40th
共和国
anniversary
成
of
立
reform and
70周
opening
年等
up,
这
and the
些呢都
70th
令人
anniversary
呢
of the
非常印象
PRC's
深刻。
founding,
那么刚
which
才
were
呢
very
我们也
impressive.
介绍了
You
近
have
200周年我们的这
shared
个庆祝活动的主
the
要
main
内容。
items of
那么
the
想
celebration
请
for
问
the
一下，
CPC's
与以往
centenary.
的这些重大的庆祝
Could you
活
tell
动
us
相比，
what
那
are
么
the
这一次
special
的它的
features
特点
and
和亮点
highlights
是什么？
of this celebration in comparison with previous ones?
我们请王晓辉先生。
Mr. Wang Xiaohui, please.
应该说，这次建党100周年庆祝活动啊，
To celebrate the centenary of the
认真总
CPC's
结和吸
founding,
收前几次重大
we have drawn
纪念活动的
experience from
经验
and
基
built
础
on
上
previous major
也努力
celebrations
在各方面进行探索创新。
and added new
我觉
elements
得
in
概括
various
起来可
aspects.
能有这么几个特点。
In summary, I
一个呢
think
就
our
是
focus
突出
this
思想
time
引领。
is first on
所以无
theoretical
论是开
guidance
展党史学习教育，
from
召开纪念大
the
会，
Party History
举
Education
办
and
大
Learning
型展览
campaign
还是
to
颁授勋章，
commemoration conference and
终
themed
身表彰
exhibition
还有
to
文
the
艺演
awarding
出
of medals and
都
honorary
注意突
titles
出思想性。
and gala performance.
我们希望
Theoretical
通过对
guidance
历
is
史的
given
总
high
结和
priority.
回望，让党
Through
员
these
干部
events, we
和
hope
广大
that our
群
party
众
members
能够
and
深刻认
officials
识到
and the general public
历史
will
和
gain
人
a
民
deeper understanding of
是
how
怎样选
the
择了马克
history
思
and the
主义，
people chose
选择
Marxism,
了中国共产党，
chose the
选
CPC,
择了社会主义道
chose
路
the socialist
选
path,
择了改革开
and
放，
chose the policy of reform and
能
opening
够
up,
深刻认识从
and of
石库
how
门
from
到天安门
Shikumen in Shanghai
从
to
红
Tiananmen in
船
Beijing,
到中国巨轮
from the red boat to the
我们党
giant
100
China
年
ship.
所付出的
Throughout the
一切努
century,
力
our party has
进
made
行
all
的
the
一
efforts,
切斗争
struggles, and
做
sacrifices
出的一切牺牲，都是为
for
了
the sake
人民幸福
of the
和人民
happiness
复
of
兴
the people
在
and the
全社会
rejuvenation
上
of the
讲
Chinese
共
nation,
产党好，社会主义好，
so
改
that
革
the whole
开放
society
伟大祖
will
国好，
recognize
各族人民好
the
的
good
时
things
代
done
主
by
旋
the
律。
CPC and make it a
第二
mainstream.
个特点呢，我们
theme
强
of our
调注
time.
重热在基层，因为
Our
百年华
focus
诞
is
是
secondly
中
on
国共产党
participation
的
of the
生日，
people.
也是人民
The
的生
centenary
日。
is not only the birthday of the
我们将
CPC,
坚持
but
热
also
在
a
基层，
festival of the
热在
people.
群众，
We will attract wide
多搭建
participation
愿
at the
意参
primary
与、
level
乐意
and
参
among
与
the
的平
people
台
by
载体，
establishing platforms
包
that
括
make it
通过
easy and
组织
enjoyable for the
重
people to
温
join
红
the
色历史
celebration. We will organize
传承奋斗精神，
revisiting party history, carrying forward the fighting spirit,
感受中国
insight state-of-the-art technologies, feeling the China strength,
助力乡村振兴
experiencing poverty
等
alleviation
学习体验
achievements,
活动
advancing rural revitalization,
推荐
and other
精品
study
红
and
色旅
experiencing
游项目
activities.
办
Recommend
好
selected
各类
routes
群众
for
性
red
文化活动
tourism and hold
能
various
够
cultural
最大限
activities
度地
that are open to
调
the
动
public,
群众
so as
参
to
与
get
的
as
积极
many
性
people involved as possible.
三是着力改善
Our
民生
focus is thirdly on
我们
improvement
将
of
把庆祝
livelihood.
活动和推进
We will use
改
the
善民
celebration
生
as an
结合起来
opportunity to further improve
从
people's
最
life.
困难的群体入
We
手
will start with the most vulnerable
从
groups,
最突出的问题着眼
the most prominent issues,
从最具体的事情抓起
and the most concrete tasks.
着力解决好同老百姓生
We will
活
focus
息
on
息相关的民生问
addressing
题
issues that most
特别是
directly
要抓
concern the
好
people,
普惠性、基
and
础
make
性、
sure
兜底性的民生建设，
that public services
切实
are
增
inclusive,
强
meet
人民
essential
生活
needs,
获得感
and ensure basic
幸福
living
感
standards
和
for
安
people
全
in
感
difficulty, so that the people will feel a
第四个
stronger
特点
sense
呢
of
是我
gain,
们
happiness, and
积极
security.
推动
Our
政党交
focus
流
is fourthly on promoting
中国共
party-to-party
产党是一个
exchanges.
开放的政党，
The CPC
我
is
们
an
将以
open
建
political
党100
party.
年为契机，
As we
开
celebrate the
展
party's
多层
centenary,
次
we will
多形
conduct
式的
multi-tiered
政党对话
communication
交
in
流
diverse forms with other
宣
political
介
parties
中国共产党的执政理念
and
和中国的
share
发展道路，
our governance
同
experience
世界各国
and
政党
development
交
path
流
with
和分
political
享
parties around the
治国
world,
理政的经验。
as
中国
well
共产党
as
愿
governance
与世界
experience.
各国政党
The
一道
CPC is ready
推动建
to
立
work with
新
political
型的政党
parties
关系
in all countries
推
to
动
build a new
建
type
立
of party-to-party
人民命运
relations,
共同体
contribute to the building of a community with a shared future for
请继续提问。
mankind. Thank you. Next question, please.
请这位先生。
谢谢主持人，新华社记者。
Thank you. With Xinhua, the sound organization system is a source of strength for a Marxist political party. Could you briefly share with us the development of primary level CPC organizations? In the year of the CPC's centenary, we will hold the Keep the Party Flag Flying High on the primary level frontline activities. What is the consideration? Mr. Fu Xingguo, please. Primary level party organizations are the foundation for the party's governance, as well as for all endeavors and strength of the party. By December 2019, we had 4.681 million primary level party organizations and 91.914 million party members. Our party has a tradition of attaching great importance to primary level work. In particular, since the 18th Party Congress, we focused on primary level work and raising organization capacity, highlighted the political function, and made the implementation of major tasks a crucial criterion, ensuring thorough implementation of decisions of the Central Committee. As we all know and we have seen, in COVID response, poverty alleviation, flood and disaster relief, and other major tests, party organizations at all levels have become the mainstay. Party members have rushed to the front line in an example of the strength and effectiveness of the sound organization system of the party. At the party's centenary, we are conducting Keep the Party Flag Flying High on the primary level frontline activities. The main goal is to encourage primary level party organizations and party members to bear in mind the original mission and strive for new progress. The overall consideration is focusing on strengthening organizations, contributing to the central tasks, and serving the people. It will be closely linked to Party History Education Program and Let Me Serve You program. First, we will fully leverage the key role of primary level party organizations as fortresses of battle. We will organize primary level organizations at all fronts in economic development, people's well-being, rural revitalization, primary level governance, project implementation, and science and technology research to blaze new trail and serve the people. Second, we will fully leverage the exemplary and vanguard role of party members. We will organize party members to provide excellent services both on their posts and as volunteers. Party members will be guided to perform their duties and provide quality services. They should always be reliable, both in their day-to-day work and in urgent times. Third, we will fully leverage the role of party members in leadership positions to lead by example. Party leaders of party members need to take the lead to act on the mass line. We will start with people facing the biggest difficulties, with the most urgent problems, and with the most pressing needs to solve the hard problems faced by the people, thus maintaining the bond between the party and the people so that the people have a stronger sense of gains and satisfaction. The Central Organization Department will also organize a series of events to learn from our role models around us and organize veteran party members to renew their original mission of joining the party so that we can draw stronger strength for the new journey. Thank you.
我们请北区第3排这位先生。
谢谢，我是日本经
Thank
济
you.
新闻的记
I'm with
者。
Nikkei.
我在北京政府工作中，
Since
感
I
觉
work and
中
live
国
in
的年轻
Beijing,
人对当时，
I have this feeling
特
that
别是1949年
the young people in China seem to
1949年新中国成立以后
know
历史
little
似乎不太了解。
about the CPC's history, especially
如何
the part of
对
history
年轻一
since
代进行
1949.
当时教育，
How do you plan to
中国共产党
educate the younger generation
首次开
about
展
party history?
当时学习
Since
教
this
育
is the first time for the
主要有
CPC to
些
organize a party
安排。
history learning and education campaign, what will be the main
我们
arrangements?
请王晓
Thank you.
辉先生回答。
Mr. Wang Xiaohui, please.
中国共产党的历史啊，应该说是中国近代以来历史当
The
中
history
最为
of
可
the
歌可泣
CPC
的篇章，也可以
is
说
the
是
most
一部
glorious
丰
part
富
of
生动的
modern
教科书
China history
所以
and
我
a
们党
vivid
历来
textbook.
都重视
The CPC
从党
always
史当中
places great
汲
importance
取继续前进的
on
智慧
drawing
和力量。
strength and wisdom from
所以
party
其实在
history.
早在1941年，
Early
1941
1941,
我们就
in
组织
Yan'an,
党员来学习
we
马
have
列的思
organized
想，学习
senior
总
party
结党的
officials
历
to
史
study Marxist-Leninist
那
theories
么在
and
庆祝
summarize
中国共产党
experience
成
from
立100
party
年之
history.
际，
As we celebrate the
党中央
centenary of the
作出
CPC's
在
founding,
全党集中开展
the
党
party
史学
central
习教
committee
育
decides
这
to
样一个
organize a
决
campaign
定
on
我
learning
觉
and
得这是
education
总
of
结
party
历史经
history.
验
This
把握
is
历史规律
an important step to draw experience from history,
重要举措
understand the laws of history, and
是
take
牢
the
记
initiative
初
in
心使
history.
命笃定信仰信
It
念
serves the purpose of
坚定
renewing our
必胜
commitment to
信
the
心的
party's original
战略考
mission,
量
consolidating our conviction, and
目的呢
strengthening
就是要
our
引导党员
confidence.
干部要发扬优良
Its
传统
purpose
传承
is to
红色
galvanize
基
the
因
whole party and the whole
永
nation
远
in
保
forging
持
ahead in the
中
new
国共
era
产党
and
人的奋斗
embarking
精神
on a new journey with great
永远
morale,
保
courage,
持
and
对人
strength.
民的赤子之
It
心
will inspire all of us
以
to
永不懈怠
stay
的精
true
神状态
to the
和一
people
往无前的奋斗姿态来奋力夺取新时代
and
中
secure
国特色社会主义的
great
新
victories
大
in the
胜利
development of socialism
那
with
么
China's
上个月呢
characteristics in the
习
new
近平
era.
总书记出席了
Last month,
党史学
General
习教育
Secretary
的
Xi
动员
Jinping
大会
attended and
并且发
addressed
表了
the
重要讲话
mobilization meeting on party
党
history
中央
learning
呢
and
印发
education
了通
campaign.
知
The Party Central
对
Committee
学习教
issued
育
the
做了
notice
全面
on
部署
conducting party history learning and
这项工作
education
呢
in the
是
whole
面
party,
向全体党
providing
员
a
的
full plan for the education
重点
campaign.
是献
The
出
plan
以上的
covers
领导
all
干
party
部
members, highlighting
主要
officials
安排
at
呢有
county
以下
or
几个
director
方面
level and above. It mainly includes the following. First, themed learning sessions. The campaign requires both group study and self-study. Leading officials will hold study sessions in the forms of theoretical study central groups and reading classes. Party schools and executive leadership academies at all levels will organize themed training sessions. Primary level party organizations will organize learning in the form of 3 regular meetings and 1 lecture, and themed party events. Second, awareness-raising lectures and tours. Central lecture groups will be set up and give themed lectures in provinces and cities. Local party organizations will be encouraged to set up their own groups to hold lectures at primary levels. And in the whole society, there will be a campaign on learning 4 histories, that is, the history of the CPC, the history of the PRC, the history of socialism, and the history of the struggle of the party. Third, themed democratic life meetings and organizational life meetings. Leading party officials at all levels are required to participate in regular activities of their party organizations in their capacity as party members, engage in grouped studies and discussions, share thoughts and ideas, have their party spirit examined, and receive theoretical education so as to gain solid results from the campaign. Fourth, activities themed Let Me Serve You that deliver real benefits to the people. To carry forward the fine traditions of the CPC, party members will conduct surveys, listen to the views of the people, and do a good job on their own post to serve the people. Party organizations in all local governments, sectors, and institutions are required to put forth in light of their own conditions lists of specific programs to make life easier for the people, so that the people receive real benefits. As you mentioned, due to their age, the young people may know little about party history. We have always placed the education for the youth at an important position in the campaign of learning and education of 4 histories. We have included party history in textbooks and classroom learning to have the young people well informed. We have compiled booklets on the 4 histories for university, middle school, and primary school students, and open party history courses or lectures in universities. At the same time, in light of the needs of the young people, we made use of various media platforms and patriotic education bases and organized research and survey trips to guide our young people so that they learn more about history, love the party, be patriotic, and steadfastly follow the party's leadership. Thank you.
中区倒数第3排内侧这位先生。
谢谢主持人。香港大公文汇传媒记者提问。
太空问位。
胡和平部长。庆祝中国共产党成立100年这件大事喜事。
Centenary celebration is a major festive event. Previously, on similar occasions, there had always been literary and artworks created as part of the celebration. On the centenary of the CPC, are there some special works to look forward to? Literature and art is the clarion call of the times. It best represents the character of an era. It best shapes the spirit of an era. The party's century-old history of struggle is a rich cultural reservoir. It has led the Chinese people in gaining independence, becoming strong. It has created, left behind countless stories of heroic figures. Their spirit and image in the process of the century-long history are important for our literary and art works. There has been numerous amount of artworks that recorded this part of history. They marked a great era, heightened the morale of the people, and driven our cause to grow from victory to victory. Many of these are classics remembered by all people. For example,
The chorus of the Yellow River encapsulates the Chinese nation's unyielding spirit. The opera Heroine Jiang Jie, My Motherland, Galloping Horses, Red Over the Mountains, PRC's founding ceremony, and sculpture Hard Days, to name just a few. To celebrate the centenary and revisit the Red classics, we have rehearsed some old works. For example, the Chinese opera, The White-Haired Girl, the ballet opera, The Red Detachment of Women, Symphony The Long March, and other classic pieces. As you just said, on previous similar occasions, there had always been literary and artworks created as part of the celebration. This year marks the centenary of the founding of the CPC. We have rolled out a program of stage performance to celebrate the centenary. We will create 100 stage performance arts works in various forms. They include works on history, like The Red Boat, Qimeng Mountain, the story of the Red Army, dance drama, The Internal Wave, and those on real subjects, such as the Chinese opera On the Way to Alleviate Poverty, and the new Sister Liu, and Huaju drama People First. Surrounding the century-old history of the party, we have also created new works of fine arts. These artworks will be exhibited and replayed both online and offline, so that the people will get a better understanding of the party history. Mr. Wang Xiaohui mentioned the gala performance celebrating the centenary, which is followed by many. This gala performance will be performed as a grand epic drama that combines performance, marching, visual effects, and other forms of art. It will highlight the glorious image of the CPC in leading the Chinese nation in gaining successes in its endeavors. Since the 18th Party Congress, under the correct leadership of the CPC Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core, we have achieved a lot of great progress. This will also be demonstrated in the gala performance. Thank you.
继续提问。好，我们请北区第二排外侧的那位先生。
I'm from Test News Agency. People Liberation Army has always held important arrangements for big events, big national events and celebrations. Will be there any large-scale events organized by the People Liberation Army? Will People Liberation Army, for example, held a parade or something else? Thank you.
俄通塔斯社记者提问：重大庆祝活动举行期间，中国人民解放军都会有重要的安排。请问今年军队有哪些安排？是否会举行阅兵？谢谢。
我们请李军少将回答。
谢谢记者朋友的提问。
Well, thank you for your question.
热烈庆祝中国共
To
产党
hold grand
成立100周
celebrations
年
for the CPC
是
Centenary
军队的一项
is a
重
major
大政治任务。
political task of
根
the
据
PLA.
党中央的部署，
According to the CPC Central Committee's arrangements, the Central Military Commission has made unified plans for
总的
the
考虑
PLA's celebrations.
是认真贯
The
彻
overall principle is to earnestly implement
重要指示，
Chairman Xi Jinping's series of important instructions and decisions and focus on love for the party, for the country, and socialism, on the party's absolute leadership over the people's armed forces, and on the centenary goals of the military. We will strengthen all servicemen and women to forge the morale under the party flag and always be a heroic military reliable to the party and the people. There are 4 major requirements for our arrangement. First, forging absolute loyalty. The people's armed forces are created and led by the party. Therefore, the PLA's celebrations will be focusing on upholding the leadership call and following the leadership and command of the party. We will incentivize all servicemen to further strengthen the support and endorsement of the party and strengthen political proactiveness in staying loyal to the leadership call, upholding the leadership call, and following the leadership call. All efforts should follow the command of Chairman Xi Jinping and make Chairman Xi Jinping rest assured. Second is understanding the power of the theories. The century-long history of the party is both old and new. It is a history of using the theories to mobilize the effort of the people. We will convene a PLA symposium on the centenary of the party, hold a forum for strengthening the party, keep strengthening research and explanation of the theories, so as to feel the power of the theories of the party, particularly to have a thorough understanding of the power of Xi Jinping thought of socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era, and cement the leading position of Xi Jinping thought on strengthening the military in defense and military development. Third, renewing the revolutionary spirit. The history of the party is the most vivid and convincing textbook. In the Chinese People's Military Museum, we will hold an exhibition themed Forging Ahead under the party flag, edit a new version of Spark of Revolution books, build and launch basic sections of the Naval Museum, PLA Hong Kong Garrison Exhibition Center, and other key military museums, conduct outreach programs with the use of revolutionary sites, and take our fine tradition into the new journey and the new era. Fourth, unswervingly strengthening the military. For Chinese servicemen and women in the new era, the best behavior to celebrate the party's centenary is to follow the leadership of the party. In the name of the CMC, we will give commendation to outstanding party members, outstanding party workers, and advanced party-level, primary-level party organizations in the military, select role models of revolutionary soldiers in the new era, launch a number of military movies such as Island Guardian, Chosen Reservoir, Revolutionary, and Someone Restructuring, to foster the atmosphere of celebration for the centenary of the party. On the military parade, in accordance with the relevant arrangements of the CPC Central Committee and the CMC, the celebrations for the centenary do not include military parade. All servicemen and women will celebrate the centenary of the party on their posts while they safeguard the peace and tranquility of the country and the people. Thank you. Next question. Phoenix TV. The PLA always stresses the absolute leadership of the party over the armed forces. How is that reflected in the celebrations? And what's the special significance of the celebrations to the military? Thank you.
好的，很高兴回答记者朋友关心的这个问题。
I'm very glad to
我
take
们
this
大家都
question
知道，
on the minds of the
人民
journalists.
军
As we
队
all know,
从一诞生就与党
the People's Armed
紧紧地
Forces
联系在
have
一
been
起，
closely linked to the
始终
party
在
from day
党
one
的绝对领导下
and always operate
行动。
and fight under the
和战斗。
party's absolute
军
leadership.
队安排的庆祝活动，
For the
把
PLA's
坚持党对
celebrations,
人民军队的绝对领导
we regard
作为
the
最根
commitment
本的着眼，
to the party's
最
absolute
鲜明的
leadership
特色。
as the most fundamental principle and
领
most
导起人
salient
民军队
feature.
永远听党话，跟
The
党
People's
走的
Armed
忠
Forces
诚信
will
念。
always obey the command
在庆祝
of
建
the
党
party.
100周年的重大时刻，
As we celebrate the
军队
centenary of the
统
party,
筹练兵备战
the
和改
armed
革
forces
发展
are coordinating
开展庆祝活动。
military preparedness and training,
您刚才
as
问到
well as
特殊的意义。
reform and
我
development
想概括起
activities.
来讲，特殊的意义
For the
主要
special
体现在
significance,
3个
I
更好
believe it is in three
就
folds.
是
First
更好筑牢听党指挥的
is to
政治灵魂，
better shape the political soul of obeying party
是
command.
深深融入人民军队
This is
血脉的
ingrained
DNA。
in the
军队的
People's
庆祝
Armed
活动
forces. For
注
the
重从党
PLA's
的百年奋斗
celebrations,
历程，
we will draw
和伟大
political
成就，
strength from the party's
特别是新时代
century-long
的
struggle and
历史
great
性成就
achievements, particularly in the new era.
汲取政治滋养。
We will draw political
坚持用
nourishment
习近
from
平
the
新时代
achievements.
中国特色社会主义思想，特别
We
是
will uphold Xi
Xi
Jinping
Jinping
thought of
强军思想，
socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era, particularly
领导
Xi
官兵
Jinping thought on strengthening the
增
military.
强4个意识，坚定
We will
4个
guide
自信，
all
做到
military
2个维护，
servicemen and women to have a strong sense of political integrity, the big picture, leadership core and alignment, and have firm confidence in the country's path, theory, system, and
中央
culture.
军委
We will
和习主席指挥，
be responsible to the
第二个
command of the
就是
CMC and to
更好
Chairman
汇集
Xi Jinping.
练兵备
Second,
战
we
的
will
意志力量，
better forge
党的
the
百年
willpower of training
蕴含
and
着
preparedness.
伟大的革命精
The
神，
century-long struggle
和
of
特
the
有的
party
制胜之道。
is a source of strength for us to achieve victories.
全军官兵深刻领会
All servicemen and women
领导革命
will have a
建
more
设
profound
改革的
understanding
宝贵经验，
of the
理解把握
valuable experience of the
党
party-led
运筹指挥军事
reform
斗争的战争指导艺术，
and the successful endeavors of party-led military
转化
struggles.
为奋斗强军的
We will turn the morale generated by the celebrations into actions in strengthening the party
转化为
and turn the party's strength in organization
随时应
and
对
political
各种
endeavor
复杂
into
困难局面的
military
准备，
successes.
增强
We
斗争
will
精神，
make every effort
不畏
to strengthen our
强敌对手，
spirit of
坚
struggles,
决完成
be
党和
fearless
人民
of any
赋予
enemy,
的新时
and
代使命任
perform
务
the duty entrusted to us
第三个
by the
更
party and the people.
就是更好保持人
Third
民军队的
is to
本色
better preserve
作风。
the PLA's
我们党
integrity.
一路走来，历经沧桑而初心不改，
In the party's long
饱经
history,
风
we
霜
have always remained
本色
true
依
to
旧。
our original
很
and
重要的
founding
密码
mission.
就是培
The
育
very important
并坚持了一
secret
整套
is that
光荣
we
传
have
统
carried
和优良
forward
作风，
our
全军
fine
各系
tradition and
都把
style.
重温党的历史、党
The
的初
party
心、
need to
党
make
的宗旨，
the
作为
education
必修
of the
课
party's history and
推
mission
进红色
as
基
a
因
compulsory
代代
course,
传工程，
carry
引导
forward
全军光
our
兵
red
做
genes,
党的光荣传统，
and
和
all
优良作
servicemen and
风的
women will be guided
忠实传
to
人，
carry forward the spirit of our forefathers and heroes,
立起新时代人民军
and
队革命军人的好样子。
set a fine example of revolutionary soldiers in the new era. Thank you. Next question.
我们请南区第3排这位女士。
谢谢主持人。新加坡联合早报
联合早报
Over
the past 100 years, the Communist Party of China has achieved enormous success, while at the same time it has also taken some detours and learned some lessons. So what is your view about this as the CPC celebrates its centenary? And how will the CPC cope with future risks and challenges?
我们请许青山先生回答。
谢谢这位记者的提问。
Thank you for your question.
中国共产党这100年是苦难中
In the past century, the Communist Party of China
探索
has
中
forged glories
收获
through
成
trials
功
and tribulations,
失误后
made successful
拨乱
explorations,
反正
found the
奋
right
斗
path
后赢
despite
得
twists
未
and
来的
turns,
100年。
and earned a bright future through relentless struggle.
100年来，中国共产党紧紧地
Over the
依
past
靠人
century,
民，
the party,
应对了
relying
一个
closely
又
on
一
the
个的
people,
挑战，
has overcome one
跨
challenge
过了
after
一道
another,
又一道的沟坎，
cleared one obstacle
取
after
得了
another,
一个又一个的胜利，
and achieved one victory after another.
为中华民族做出了
It has
伟
made
大历史贡献，
great historic contributions for the
为
Chinese
中国
nation,
人民和中华民族继往开来，
and also laid a solid foundation for the Chinese people and the Chinese nation to build on the past and march forward.
中国共产党在一系列的风险挑战
In
面
the
前，
face of risks and challenges,
坚持以自我革命的精神
the CPC
加强后
has
完善自己，
constantly strengthened itself with the spirit of
将
self-revolution
自身的锻造，那么锻造的更加
and
坚
have
强有
grown
力，
ever stronger.
始终成为引领社会发展进步的
It has
领导核心力
provided core leadership
和
for the progress of the
中国人民
Chinese society
的主心骨。
and served as the backbone of the Chinese
我
nation.
们总结一下100年来中国共产党
Based on the
化
experience
解
of the
风
past
险挑
100
战
years,
的经验，党在应
we
对
believe
未来
it is
风
important
险挑战
for the
时，
party
我认为要注重
to
发挥4种力
leverage the
量的
role
作用。
of four powers
这4种力量，
in
我在这
dealing
里
with
做一
future
个
risks and
简
challenges.
要的提炼和概括，就是领导的力
The
量、
first power
思
is
想
the
的力
power
量、
of leadership, the second power
制
of
度的力
theories,
量、
third power of
人
system,
民的力量。
and the fourth, the power of people.
一是领导的力量，
Number one, the power of leadership.
中国共产党领导是
The
中国特
CPC's
色社会
leadership
主义
is
最本
the
质的特
defining
征，
feature of
是
socialism
中国
with
特色
Chinese
社会主义制
characteristics.
度的最大
It
优
is
势。
also the greatest strength of the system of
在前进
socialism
的道路
with
上，
Chinese characteristics.
我们要依靠党的领导
As we
者
march forward,
定海神针，
we must anchor ourselves
自觉
on the
维
party's
护
leadership,
党中央的
and
权
willingly
威和
defend
集中统一领
the
导，
authority and
是
centralized,
我们党更好地
unified
发挥
leadership of the party
总
central
揽
committee,
全局，
so that the party
协调
can better
各
play
方的
its core
领
leadership
导核
role
心作用，
in commanding the overall situation
永
and
保
coordinating
旺
work
盛的
in all
生命力
areas, and
和
maintain
强大的战
its
斗力，
strong vitality
这是
and
我说的
ability.
领导的力量。
So this is the first point, the
二
power
是
of
思想的
leadership.
力量。
Number two, the power of theories.
马克思主义是中国共产党的指导思想，
Marxism is the guiding theory of the Communist Party of China.
是中国共产党人理想信念的灵魂。
It is the spirit of the Chinese communists.
习近平新时代中国特色
Xi
社会
Jinping
主
thought
义思
on
想，
socialism with Chinese
是
characteristics
新
for a
时
new
代
era
中国共产党的思想
is a
旗帜，
banner for the CPC in the new
是
era.
当代中国马克思主义。
It is Marxism in contemporary China and the Marxism of the
所以我
21st
们在
century.
前进的道路上，
So as we march
我们
forward,
要坚持把马克思主义
we must
同中国的
adapt
实际相
Marxism
结
to
合，
China's realities,
大力推进理论创新，
vigorously promote
坚持
innovation
不
in
懈地
theories,
用党的创新理论的最新
and
成
equip
果，
party members with the
武装
latest
头脑，
achievements in the party's
教育人
innovative
民，
theories to
指
guide
导实
practical
践，
work,
推动工作，真正的是真理的光芒
so that
转化
the
为
power
推
of
进
truth
党和人民
can
事
be
业
turned
发展的
into a
强大
driving
的动
force
力。
for progress in the party and the people's
我
undertakings.
说的制度的力量是
Number 3, the
中
power
国
of
特色
system.
社会主义制度
The
是当
system
代中
of
国发展
socialism
进步
with
的
Chinese
根本制
characteristics
度保障。
is a fundamental
中国特色社会主义
institutional safeguards for China's development and progress in the
团结
contemporary
带
era.
领中国人民
It is a
历
fundamental
经千辛万苦
accomplishment the
付
party
出
has
巨大
achieved
代价
by rallying the people
所取
to
得的根
overcome
本
all
成
kinds
就。
of hardships and at a huge cost.
所以我们在前进的道路上
Therefore, as we march forward,
要坚持和发
we
展
must
中国
stick
特色
to
社会主义，
and
毫
develop
不动摇。
socialism with Chinese
我们既不
characteristics.
走封闭僵化的老路，
We should neither
也不
retrace
走
our
改
steps
其
to the
意志的
rigidity
邪
and
路，
isolation of the past, nor
而
take
是
the
要把
wrong
中
turn
国
by
制
changing
度
our
的优
nature
势
and abandon our system.
不断的转化为
We should
国家
translate
治理的效能，
the strength
为
of
实现
China's
中华民
system
族
into
伟
more
大复
effective
兴
state
提供
governance
根本的保障。
and provide fundamental safeguards for the
还有一
realization
个力量，
of the great renewal
这
of
就
the
是
Chinese nation.
人民的力量。
Number 4, the power of the people.
人民是历史的创造者，
People are the creator of history.
人民是历史发展的根本
People are the
动力。
fundamental driving force for the progress of history.
党的根基在人民
The，party's foundation
血脉在
lies
人
in the
民，
people, and its
力量
power
也在人民。
comes from the people.
在前进的道路上，
As we
我们
march
要
forward,
紧紧地依靠人
we
民的
must
力量，
rely closely
始终
on the
把
power of the people.
民心当作最大的政治，
Always take winning people's hearts and minds as
把
the
人
most
民的用
important
户作为
political
我们
task,
执政的
and
最
see
大的
people's
底气
support as the biggest source of
与
confidence
人民
in governance.
风雨同
We
舟，
must share will and woe with the
与人
people
民生死与共，
and build a strong bond with the people.
从而凝聚起实现中
This
华
will
民族
gather
伟大复兴的
mighty
磅礴
force
力量，
for
万众
the
一心，
great renewal of the Chinese
宏伟的
nation
目标，
and unite the whole
坚
country
定前
in
行。
marching forward
我就回答到
toward
这里，
our
谢谢。
grand objectives. Thank
请
you.
继续提问。我们请北区倒数第3排那位女士。
谢谢中国日报提问。今年
China
党中
Daily.
央将首次开
This year,
展
the
七一勋章
CPC
评
Central
奖颁
Committee
授，并
will
首次颁
award
发光荣在
the
党
July
50
1st
年纪
medals
念章，
and
请
the
介绍
Medal
一
of
下颁
Honor
发的情
for
况。
50-year party members for the first time. Could you share with us more information on that?
好的，谢谢这位记者的提问。
Thank you for your
介绍
question.
一下
Let me first share some information on the awarding of the July
在
1st
中国
medal.
共产党成立
As we mark
100 周
the
年
centenary of the CPC, the Central Committee has decided to award July 1st medals for the first
按
time.
照2017年
In accordance
中央
with
印
the
发的
2017
中国共产党
regulations
党内
for intra-party honors and awards by the Central Committee,
七一勋章由党中央设立，
the July
是
1st
党内
medals
最
are
高的
awarded by the CPC Central Committee
一般
and
在
represent
中
the
国共产党
highest
成立
intra-party honor. They are usually awarded every 5 or 10 years since the CPC's founding.
人选的提名条件
For the candidates of the medal, they must meet the following
理想
4
信
main
念坚定
criteria. First, they should have firm conviction and loyalty to the party, have a strong sense of political integrity, the big picture, leadership core and alignment, have firm confidence in the country's path, theory, system, and culture, and uphold General Secretary Xi Jinping's core position as well as leadership of the Central Committee. Second, they should have made outstanding contribution to China's revolution, development, reform, and to the endeavor of fully building a moderately prosperous society and eliminating extreme poverty, and to the great new project of party building. Third, they should be role models of
道
morality
德品行
and
高尚，
cultivation,
创造宝贵精神。
and should have created
四是，在全
a
党
lot in terms
全社
of
会
civilizational progress. And fourth, they should have made enormous contribution and be widely commended in the party and by the general public. The selection process will be based on political standards, meritocracy, openness, objectiveness, and equity. There will be the following major links, including nomination, reviewing, examination, deliberation, and public noticing. Before July the 1st this year, the Central Committee will hold a grand ceremony to present the medals. Currently, the relevant work is well underway as planned. Also, before July the 1st this year, commendations will also be given by the CPC Central Committee to a group of outstanding party members, outstanding party affairs workers, and advanced primary level party organizations. Next, let me share some information on the Medal of Honor 50-year party members. The Central Committee attaches great importance to giving incentives, solicitude, and assistance to party members, particularly to senior party members. In the 2019 measures for CPC members, solicitude, and assistance, party members with lengths of membership of more than 50 years with sound performance will be awarded Medal of Honor. According to the arrangements of the CPC Central Committee, this year, before July the 1st, the Medal of Honor for 50-year party members will be awarded for the first time. This is an important part of the celebrations for the party's centenary. They will be awarded to those party members who have achieved, 50-year or longer membership in the party. The veteran party members have dedicated their whole life for the cause of the party. To award them with medals shows the solicitude and commendation of the Central Committee. It will help enhance party members' sense of honor, of belonging, and of mission, incentivize upcoming generations of party members to continue the dedication and struggle, and pool the collective strength of all party members to turn the 14th Five-Year Plan and long-range objectives through 2035 into reality. Currently, the Central Organization Department is organizing work on the census of veteran party members and designing and manufacturing of the medals to ensure that all the 7.1 million party members qualified will receive their medals before July the 1st and truly feel the solicitude and care of the CPC Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at the core. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm with the
那我们
paper.
都知道，现在越来越多的老百姓都喜欢上
In
了
recent
红
years,
色旅游。
red
那么，
tourism
请
has
问红
been
色旅游的
gaining
特点是
popularity.
什么？
What's
在
special
建党
about
100
red
周年之
tourism?
际，请问
And
在推动红色旅游的发
During the
展方
centenary
面有着怎样
celebrations,
的
what
考量？
plans are
谢
there
谢。
for promoting red tourism?
胡和平先生回答。
好，我来回答这个问题。
Mr. Hu Heping, please.
我们党啊，在100年的奋斗历程中啊，
Let me answer this question. The CPC's century-long journey is rich in revolutionary history, traditions, and
全国
relics.
有不可移动的革命文物啊
So far,
3.6万。
China has over 36,000 immovable revolutionary relics, more than 1 million pieces or sets of movable ones owned by the state,
非常熟悉的中国共产党一大
including
会址
the site of the first
遵义会议会址
Party
延安革
Congress,
命旧址
the Zunyi
还有横滨
Revolutionary
长征
Site,
路上的娄山关、腊
and
子口、
Loushanguan,
铁丝桥等
Lazikou,
另外还有
and
成
Iron
浪道首义的
Chain
共
Bridge
产党宣言
along
译本
the routes of Long
方志
March.
敏可爱的中国手稿
Chen Wangdao's first Chinese translation of the Communist Manifesto, Fang Zhimin's patriotic essay Beloved China. All these relics are records of the glorious history of the CPC and will remind us of the struggles and victories of the party. They are important cultural wealth of our nation. In recent years, there's been growing enthusiasm among the people to visit these sites. Red tourism is thriving. From 2004 to 2019, the resources of red tourism has grown even stronger. The number of visits to red destinations grew from 140 million to 1.1 billion. Many red destinations became important places for the older generation to review that part of history and for the young people to pay tribute to the heroes. The popularity of many red destinations have been growing. In Yan'an, for example, the Memorial Hall and the Zaoyuan Revolutionary Site and Baota Mountain have seen huge crowds of tourists. Many families go there with all the members in the household. And there are also a lot of foreign tourists. In 2019, Yan'an received more than 73 million visits. Red tourism is not only receiving tourists, but also provide resources of history education. It has also enabled economic growth in old revolutionary bases. The Shariu village of Hunan province offers red plus rural tourism. Pingshan County of Hebei province has seen an expansion of rural restaurants and pick-your-own orchards, which created more than 80,000 jobs. Red tourism has become an important channel for accessing patriotic revolutionary education and promoting the core socialist values. We will continue to promote red tourism, and as we celebrate the centenary, we will roll out the glorious journey, 100 selected routes of red tourism, recording the party's century-old history, organize awareness-raising tours where 100 docents tell 100 years of party history, and hold the 11th University Students' competition on creative designs for red tourism. Many tourism companies have also organized wonderful events for our people to access patriotic education. There will also be a competition, as I mentioned, for university students to allow our young people to relive the revolutionary past of our forefathers. We are going to convene a national conference on the work related to revolutionary relics. We will summarize our work in the past and make a full plan for promoting the protection of revolutionary relics, so as to promote the revolutionary spirit and carry forward the red traditions. This will also create better conditions for tourists going to red destinations. Thank you.
Because of time limit, we will allow one final question. People's Daily. General Secretary Xi Jinping has stressed on numerous occasions the importance of promoting the revolutionary spirit and carrying forward the party's glorious traditions and fine work styles. So what revolutionary spirits, fine traditions, and work styles have been formed in the party's 100-year history? What is the purpose of carrying forward the spirit and traditions in the new era? One of the purposes of the Party History Learning and Education campaign is to further promote the party's revolutionary spirit and fine traditions, and motivate the party members and the people to embark on a new journey and strive forward in the new era. The Communist Party of China pays high attention to the role of revolutionary spirit. Comrade Mao Zedong once observed that man should have some spirit. And General Secretary Xi Jinping has also stressed on numerous occasions that a man without spirit cannot stand tall and firm, and a country without spirit cannot be strong. In the past century, the CPC has rallied the Chinese people of all ethnic groups in creating not only enormous material wealth, but also great revolutionary spirit. According to initial statistics, actually our institute is doing a research on the spirits of the party. And according to our initial statistics, there are over 90 different revolutionary spirits fostered in different historical periods of the party. And General Secretary Xi Jinping has made reference to quite a number of revolutionary spirits since the 18th Party Congress, including detailed explanations on about 20 of them. For example, Red Bull spirit, Jingang Mountain spirit, Long March spirit, Yan'an spirit, the war of resistance against Japanese aggression spirit, Xibaipo spirit, resist U.S. aggression and aid North Korea spirit, Iron Man spirit, Daqing spirit, Jiao Yulu spirit, Leifeng spirit, Wang Jie spirit, 2 bombs and 1 satellite spirit, special economic zone spirit, manned space mission spirit, disaster or earthquake relief spirit, model worker spirit, battle against COVID-19 spirit, moon exploration spirit, and also the latest poverty alleviation spirit, which was expounded by General Secretary Xi Jinping at the National Conference in honor of people who have made outstanding contribution to poverty alleviation. In the 1950s and 60s, in order to change the backward conditions of China's oil industry, Chinese oil workers, represented by Wang Jingxi, made the vow to get oil out of the oil field, even though they have to take off 20 years of life. They are determined to throw the hat of country with no oil into the Pacific Ocean in order to suppress the blowout. Wang Jingxi jumped into the mud pit and mixed the mud with his body. And there is a photo capturing that moment. So Mr. Wang Jingxi was praised as Iron Man because of his bravery. And the Iron Man spirit that was forged by his actions and noble character touched the whole nation. He was only 47 when he passed away. The Communist Party of China has all along attached high importance to fostering fine traditions. At the 7th National Congress of the Communist Party of China in 1945, Comrade Mao Zedong summarized 3 fine work styles of the party. Later, these fine work styles were expanded and enriched through practice, leading to a series of glorious traditions and fine conducts of the party. For example, being loyal to the party, seeking truth from facts, combining theory and practice, maintaining close ties with the people, criticism and self-criticism, democratic elective system, modesty and prudence, struggle spirit, being pragmatic and realistic, daring to struggle and daring to gain victory. Revolutionary spirits and fine traditions are valuable cultural wealth for the party and the country. They are the manifestation of the ideals, moral character, work style, and attitude of CPC members. They represent the founding mission of the Chinese Communists and motivate all party members and all Chinese people to bravely march forward through thick and thin. In our journey toward the great renewal of the Chinese nation, we face many challenges and risks. Therefore, we need to inherit the revolutionary spirits and carry forward the party's glorious traditions and fine work styles. We must stay motivated to create even more glorious going forward. Thank you. That is the end of our